Hey guys, and today I'm going to show you guys three new tornadoes I got in Garry's mod. Well, I created in Garry's mod. I didn't get them, I made them. So, you guys already seen the first EF3 that I made. Here's the second one. It's actually pretty cool. I like this one. So as you can see, it's a dark cloud. There's the funnel. The funnel kind of like swirls around like that, like all around in a circle. But the cool thing is that this is a condensation, but it's gonna do something special. It transforms into a wedge tornado. So it starts off as the condensation, and then it transforms into a wedge. So I do gotta do a little bit of updates with the debris cloud, or like not the debris cloud, the dust cloud is what I call it, to make it spin slower. And yeah, that's a pretty cool wedge right there. Imagine seeing that in Garry's mod. Alright, so here's the second tornado particle, because I did make a new EF4. So here is new EF3. I just made this one today. This one I really like, so it's gonna start up there. It takes 8 minutes to form, or 8 seconds to form, not minutes. And it's another wedge. It's another wedge tornado. This tornado is on a more of a brighter color, or not brighter color, but like a more whitish color. Which I think is pretty cool. The structural form. I'm getting tongue tied. The structural form of the funnel actually turned out really good, which because it's kind of like small at the bottom and then it kind of like grows out a bit wider at the top. So that's why I said like the structural form um, is immaculate. And by the way, this is actually the eye of the tornado. This little prop here is where the particle is. This is the eye of the tornado. It's pretty cool. I really like this one, how it turned out. The wall cloud for this one is actually bigger than usual. Like usually the wall cloud is like around this size, but it's like stretched far out beyond the map because you can see it's kind of pulling out in distance. If not pulling, I think it's pulling, not pulling, but pulling. Um, I don't know, like where if it doesn't render that far out in distance. Um, all right, so oh shoot. Um, so this is the first EF4. I did not make the other two EF4s yet. This is only the first one. But this is actually okay, so the wall cloud is very small for this one. But this is actually a unique tornado. This is the Fade-In EF4. Now, this is a tornado heavily inspired by the old Fade-In EF4 from the classic X Twisters, right here. Yeah, the classic X Twisters right here. So this is heavily inspired by that. So as you can see, it's going through another fade-in phase, and it's actually going through another one right now. So it's actually almost visible, and should be, there it is. It's fully faded in now. Now the gust cloud for this one does need work. I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of like a bit too cloudy-ish, or like just unworked. But the funnel for this one actually turned out pretty well. I kind of don't like that, how it looks kind of small at the top and big at the bottom. That's kind of not what the form I was looking for, but this is on more of miscellaneous tornadoes, basically. I could say. I don't know. But this is a very dark black tornado, which was the color I was aiming for. And the funnel texture is the same as the third EF3 and the first EF1. or first EF3. First EF3 and then third EF3. The second EF3 doesn't use that texture. It uses like that other texture I use for my EF1 tornado, which I'm gonna show because this like the exact texture it uses. I still got that tornado. So yeah, it's the exact texture. It's just the only thing is it's like darker, and plus I kind of made the alpha on that funnel a bit more like a little transparent wise, like where it doesn't look too cloudy-ish, but it's okay. And that one has not gotten any changes at all. But the thing is, I like this funnel texture I used because it makes the funnel look super cloudy and realistic. But yeah, the this is the fade in EF4. Yeah, this is the fade in EF. It does look good in my opinion. You know, like the funnel and all that, but like this tornado could be worse because you can see how it fades away like that instead of like going up, but it just like fades away. That's because I have like the offset set to like 6,000, and the other part of the offset max is at 6,000, and the offset minimum is 0. So like it's particles form on the ground, but they're also forming uh midway up to the clouds and stuff. Which is what I'm saying is, hold on, I'm just gonna explain. Where the particles are forming all together in height. So like it's forming on the ground, in the air, and in the clouds all at the same time. So it's like the offset. And I kind of like if you look closely, there's like a swirl cloud effect, which is like I guess I consider like the weakest phase of the F4 when it doesn't fade in fully is like considered the weakest part. So it's just like a swirl cloud, which is pretty cool because like you can see like the little funnel, little you can see like a little tube or like funnel of whatever. What I'm trying to say is like you can see like the tube funnel of the clouds. But yeah, that's my new tornadoes. I hope you guys enjoyed. This is what it was a very short video. That's a bright sun. Anyway, thank you all so much for watching. I will be making more tornadoes in Garry's mod soon, so expect those. But in the meantime, I will pause the video here and thank you all so much for viewing my 3 tornado particles, and I will see you all later.